Well, hello everybody! Welcome to my first ever Limbus video. Not the Limbus video, I mean, Limbus just came out today. As you can see, I'm on this screen, so I have played the tutorial. I was gonna try to make 2 accounts, one free to play and one a whale, but the free to play account I wasn't able to make, just so I could play that off screen, off video, so I can kind of get the feel of it. I guess because iOS just had it scheduled to be out on the at like the 27th. Meanwhile, for the PC version, which was on Steam, came out at like 6 on the 26th. So yeah, I tried to delete my account, which you can if you want to re-roll. You would just go down here, close account, type this, and you'd be able to. However, it's harder on PC, mainly with the fact that there's a 7-day grace period and it's tied to your Steam account. So when you do that, it saves your account, so you can't really delete it and start from scratch. If you want to re-roll to get the characters you want or the identities you want, you'd have to do it on the mobile, because that one you could have a guest account and then you could link it up, so on and so forth. But besides that, I wasn't able to do that. I decided that I'm just gonna keep the account and I'll restart from the very beginning by playing the tutorial for y'all. That way, you guys can see the prologue. This is the prologue. There's only 4, so it's not gonna be that long. If I seem a little hyped, that's because I am. The game did, unfortunately, there's a lot more players than Project Moon expected, so we did have to go through maintenance twice today. The server's back up, obviously, and for it crashing, because they weren't expecting as many players, they did give us 2 10 pulls, so I can do 2 10 pulls, which I'm going to show later on, just so everyone can get the feel of that, what that is. As you can see, here's the date, so on and so forth. And we did get our pre-registration, so for Project Moon reaching so many followers, they gave us free goods like Inca Filing boxes, Lunacy, and Lineage, Yisang. But besides that, I really want to get into this because the game is really fun. I played it a little bit, as I've said already, just to show you. I played it up to here before the game, unfortunately crashed. It is what it is, But yeah, that said, I guess we'll start on this. We'll start at the beginning and we'll go on. I will keep playing Library Runa, so for those who actually enjoyed Library Runa videos, I'll still keep playing Library. I have a total of 11 videos already recorded, so I just gotta edit them and then put them out. But I do plan, like I said, on my Library Runa videos, that I do plan on playing Limbus at the same time. So again, I'm excited, as you can tell. So yeah, so we will just start. Here we go. Oh, the loading screen is so cool too. That will be explained later. Just a matter of getting there. Anyways, again, we're starting this. Oh, I see. Okay, so I guess I'll just show the combat first, then I'll do the story for those who want to do the story. I do want to do like a walkthrough, a playthrough. So yeah. Anyways, this is how the game plays out. So Faust here is mainly our assistant, just kind of a translator, so on and so forth. She'll explain the game to you. So yeah, she's just explaining how this game works. I said I already know how to play, so here we go. We just connect 1, bring it down here. And just go on with the battle. Again, it's very similar to Library Runa. I guess I'll show this, and then I guess I'll just go and read the story for y'all. Again, I wanted to make a new account. It just, due to it being a PC and already connected to my Steam account, because that's where I downloaded it from, I was unable to make a new one. So there we go. So basically what it's saying, if I connect 2 of the same colors, I get more damage. There's also other things that come with it. However, again, this is a tutorial, so there's really not much. Here you go. It's explaining the whole residence thing. So. So these characters are interesting, but it's also because of multiple reasons. Obviously, I'll read it. Unfortunately, again, this does take place after Libraruna, so you know it's kind of spoilers for those who don't know, but at the same time, it isn't, because even if you played Libraruna, you don't really know these characters. Only reason, there you go. That's also saying more about that. Again, I'll show off because again, I do know a little bit of it. Oh man, I really love the animations though, or the battle. Just so cool. Again, they're just showing how the game works, so we're not really gonna live through this, and we're not doing as much damage as you can see. All right, now I can make my own decisions. There we go. Again, not gonna win this fight because it's you're supposed to lose, but I will show the whole story implications. Again, I'm sorry that I can't show like the actual tutorial how the game is. Yeah, okay, there you go. You lose that one, it's fine. Okay, but yeah, like I said, I will read the story. That is kind of long. I'll just read them all because I guess I know most of it already. Again, I replayed it, so haven't made it that far, but all right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So yeah, anyways, like I said, there's 4 stages for the prologue. Each one's a tutorial showing you how to play the game and whatnot. Once you complete it, you do get to have lunacy, which for those who don't know, lunacy is our currency that we would use to go roll for characters we want or identities we want. Since I'm already on the screen, I might as well explain what that is. So if you go here, sinners, these are all your characters, all 12 sinners. These are your characters you'll get for free regardless. You don't have to spend any money or anything. Again, it is a free game. The only thing that requires currency is if you want to buy this or the packs, whatnot. I will make this account a whale account, so I'll be trying to get all the identities and egos I can. So I will be spending money. However, I'm not going to be spending money on this stuff, on the trading pack. I personally don't. I mean, it might be good. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't do the math on if it's worth the money. That said, again, I'm not going to be doing any of this. Anything that I level up, I'll level up through actual grinding, actual playing the game, stuff like that. So don't expect you have to spend money. Because, again, the game, from what I've seen, looks very free to play. So, yeah. Okay, so this is what we normally have. We have Yisang, and then, again, since we meet that we get the identities. Everyone has an identity. I, unfortunately, don't have one for everyone. And as you can see, the characters do level up differently. So, since I use Blade Lineage Yisang over here, he's level 3 instead of the regular Yisang who's on level 1. Ego, we have 1, which is this. So there's that. Like I said, these are all the 12 characters. These are the regular arts. I have their identities. Same with him. I have 2 of his identities, and this is a regular one. And Ishmael's the same. Alright, so with that out of the way, I might as well show you how we get our characters and so on. So this is a banner. There actually are 3 banners. I'll probably show an image of it later, maybe, who knows. I am planning on editing it tonight, so I might not. Anyways, like I said, there's 3 banners. There's this limited target extraction banner. There is the standard extraction banner, and then there's the beginner extraction battle essentially. So what that banner means is, it costs it costs Lunacy to do a 10 roll. However, on the third one that was right here, it would be cheaper since we just started playing the game. Again, I did roll a few times, so I don't have that banner. You have a total of 330 or you have a total of 30 rolls to do, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I've used all mine already. So yeah, this is how we get our characters. And this is the shop to buy the characters. So in case you don't want to roll, you can buy them here. You'd have to get these, which I'll show you how to get those later on. Like I said, it's from what I've seen, it looks pretty good in my opinion, because not a lot of gachas from what I know do this. So if you get dupes, you get these things, and then from there you can purchase them off the skin and whatnot. These are the identities. You could do the same thing with egos right here. So in case you want one of these, you can save up, buy them, instead of having to actually buy money to buy them, or save up and roll for them. Again, they do cost a lot depending on the rarity, so 400 and so on. And then there's thread, which you can use to spin into things. If I'm not mistaken, thread here is right here. It can also be exchanged for thread, which thread is used for uptying of identities and thread spinning of ego. So it just means it makes them better, it ranks them up, and if you rank your egos or identities up, you get bonus skills and bonus passives. So again, there's that. If I click here, as you can see, I have a skill. If I were to, she has 3 skills. I need to unlock it on the tier, which then I go up here to uptie. I have 0, so I can't really uptie her, but again, I would benefit if I did that. Again, she has passives, which again are locked until I get upties. So yeah, like I said, I haven't made it that far in the game. And this is the story. So you go to drive, click Inferno, there's a prologue, and then go back, there's the outcast, which is where I'm at. Let's see, am I missing anything else? Oh, the theater, which is where we're gonna go. There's identity stories. So from what I understood was each identity you get has a own story. Same how in Library Runa, if you get the books, you can actually read the books of the key page you get. So we'll be going here, and I'll be reading each one of these episodes. Hopefully it's not gonna take long. It is a little bit heavy on the text, but I just want to show everyone what that is, or how that looks like. And again, there is a battle pass. I know some people aren't happy about it. I personally, from what I've seen, it looks pretty good for what it is. But again, that's me. I personally do like it. It is, if you want to do it, it's $10, so $11 essentially. However, you do have 80 days and you can't complete it. You get egos, you get free loot and whatnot, and then obviously at the end you can get her for free. You don't have to buy the battle pass to get her. However, you do get announcer pack, and then you do get her banner, which you can put on your profile, which is right here, and put it on. I have season 1 Oriental, so I have that as my banner. I can have it unlocked and so on and so forth. This, I don't know what this is. This is for friends, so these are my friends that I was playing with earlier. And then this screen right here is if you want to, display your characters. If you hold on to them, you can change it. So there you go. And again, it is dubbed by Koreans. So Korean VAs, we take those. It's just like Library Runa. And from what I've seen from other Q&As or interviews they did before, Project Moon has said I don't think they're planning on doing any other language voice actors for now. They're just planning to keep every voice actor to be Korean. So, just letting those out who, have some expectation to, odds are we're probably not gonna get any. Aside from that, we do have some lunacy. You can use lunacy to use first lunacy is free. So you can use it to make ink volleying, which ink volleying, if you saw earlier, is our stamina for it. So each mission requires it. Prologue requires 0 of it. However, where I am right now, it costs me 8. It charges over time, obviously. And then this is what I'm trying to go for right now. This is where we're gonna be able to farm constantly, and I can play infinitely without having to spend any ink volleying down here. I'll get to that when we get there. Aside from that, I guess I'll just do this for the video because I have it open. I have the tickets, since all that, might as well show you all how that works. So if you ever see this Deca extraction ticket, what that means obviously is a ticket that allows you to do 10 rolls for free. Again, so this is how the gacha looks like. It looks very cool in my opinion. I love it. It seems only got one there, so. Oh, holy, let's go. We got the leeway section 6 Gregor. That is really cool. That's really cool. I tried it. Click the circle, and there we go. So like I said, here you go. I have multiple Gregors, so this is gonna add up, and maybe down in the line I'll be able to buy whatever I need for free without having to spend any money. And these are all the dupes, and this is my character. So there we go. We can return. And now if I go to dispense over here, I have 30 for Gregor, meaning I am 1/5 of the way to be able to buy one of these. If there's a Gregor one, I think I have all the Gregors, so I don't think I need to spend any. But I have 30 out of 400, so down the line I could probably buy that. I believe they said this will alternate with the banners, so most of the identities, from what I understood, would end up going onto the shop. So in case you miss one, I think you can save it and then buy it from here on the store. Again, that's what they said. As far as how it actually goes, that will take time to see. Might take a week, or not a week, it might take a month or 2 months to see how all this actually works out in the long run. Again, this is the first day, so there's not a lot that we do know. This is all assumptions that I'm currently making with the information that I have. That said, I will spend another one. Hopefully I can get an ego. I'm hoping for an ego, because I have no egos to get. I have no egos, and all my friends have. Ooh, okay, we got a good one down there. Oh, let's go. We got an ego. We got Gregor's ego. Let's go. So I'll show what this is. I'll show the ego, because this is actually really cool. I've never seen this one like in actual use, aside from the promotional video. So I'm glad at least I got one. Oh wow, okay, I got 15 out of that. Okay, I got the same one. Okay, cool. There we go. So this is how much it costs for regular extraction, 1,300. It's 130 for one single roll. If you have paid lunacy, it only costs you 13. So, but again, that paid obviously means you purchased it with your actual money, so real life money. And what that would mean is if you bought, again, 70 of those equals $1. So if you do the math, you could probably get like 5 rolls with $1, if I'm not mistaken. However, it says resets each day at 15. So I think the price goes up each time you do it. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done it. I don't plan on ever hitting singles. I personally go on to the mantra is go always get a 10 roll, don't go over single. But some people, they do their own thing. So I'm not gonna roll anymore. But since we got what we got, I can now go down here, look for Gregor, my bro over here, select it. I now have his ego, and now I can equip the ego with this. There we go. I have suddenly one day, and now lantern. So I'll be using it. Since I'm using this account for YouTube, I will be changing the team up around constantly, so it won't always be the one or the other, unless I really like a character and I really like their identity. I'll do that. This affinity is just saying what I have currently for, you know, my sins, essentially. That's what we're working with in this game. I'll explain that later. That tends to happen more with enemies and abnormalities. Again, it is it's a lot of things I had to go through, and I'm just as new. You know, I just have a bit of experience playing this game. But yeah, so again, I'll go to the theater, I'll start rambling, and just so everyone can get a feel. Again, I am doing just a walkthrough, then eventually I'm just gonna do a bunch of playthroughs and just do random things of doing random things. We have, again, I have 7 episodes to read, so it is a while. So bear with me.
이제 알았어? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라는 걸.
Do you see now? You can't run from us. You dare interrupt me just as I was engraving the... You must be out of your... If we're being technical, what our master has planned apparently isn't one of the city's taboos. It's just the kind of thing that no one has ever dared to consider. You catch my drift? Huh? Would you look at that? You managed to get a different head in so fast. To people like you always come prepared. Ooh, this is so exciting. Keep an eye on the purple. The purple is very important here. Just wait till I get the... You'll be no match for my... Aha. I guess that new noggin doesn't come with that mouth, huh? Purple again. Hep ticking is all I can hear. You think they're screaming on the inside? Purple. Alright, we get stabbed. It's ticking faster, so I guess they can feel pain. Damn it, why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories dissolving already. Was done too quick. What? They've gone quiet already. Let's get this over with. Wolf, this is a place no one visits and somewhere no one can see. What's the hurry? We must follow her teachings. We can't drag on any longer. Yeah, but this is the moment of a lifetime. We're not going to get a second chance to kill someone of this caliber. Lion, you have a tendency to grow too emotional during your jobs. I hope you show some discretion. It's a shame. I wanted to have a look at your face. I reckon you won't tell us where your star is, right? Like hell I am. I'm taking location to the grave with... Damn it. Where was it supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me too quickly. Right. No mouth. Which in turn means we will learn how to acquire it from this person. Can I end them now? Sure. Hey, what's that noise? Don't tell me, Panther. Did you allow yourself to be tracked? No, there was no one that could have pursued me. Perhaps a wild animal. This is not the sound of a beast would make. It's a bus. How did it even end up here? Must have taken a wrong turn. They'll pay for taking the wrong road. Will be heavier than they expect. Alright, she got run over with the bus. Invested line string. If my eyes are still right, then you'll reach the harbor of glory. Who are you? That nameplate says Faust. You've lost your way in the dark forest. I'm sorry, what? Yet you are not overcome with fear. Why was that? I could simply lift my head to find the star. That's right. Now repeat with the heart what I tell you aloud as you remind yourself of that image. Follow your star. Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the string of several chains penetrating my chest. I just really like the art of this game already. Relax. Though it may feel otherwise, your heart is still functional.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed.
단테, 이제
Dante,
저희는
from
당신의
this day
시간에
forth,
귀속되었습니다.
we are bound to your time. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고
The
뛰는
beating of our heart now
당신의
depends
시각이
on where your
어디
hands fall.
위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다. 잘 부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Hour?
정말 이걸로 된
Is that
건가요?
really everything?
사과 한 알이
A single
떨어졌어.
apple has fallen.
이 사람은 아직도
This
이상한
guy's still
소리만
not
하네.
making any sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제
Jeez.
움직여도 되는 거지?
The weight was killing me. Finally, some action now?
뭐 몸을
Well,
풀어보는
I
것도
guess we
나쁘진
could use a
않겠지.
little warm up.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은
What is that wretched, miserable writhing on the ground? Are they to be the newest addition to the team?
말 조심하는 게
You
좋을
might
거야.
want to watch your
우리
words.
상사가 될 뿐이래.
I heard that's our soon-to-be boss.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데.
The attack must have
이렇게
happened in an
머리를
instant.
숨겼군요.
I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people? And what's up with this bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온
We are the
정의의
bearers of
사자들이고,
justice who have come to aid you.
이건
And this is the
원하는
magical
곳은
bus
어디든 갈
that
수
takes
있는
us wherever we
마실
wish to
버스죠.
go. Justice. Bus. I don't.
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요?
Was that what you expected to
그렇게
hear?
생각하는 쪽이 마음
Either
편할
way,
테니.
you're betting off believing us to be your saviors.
시간도 없고 유리한
We're
상황도
racing against
아니니까
time, and the situation isn't in our favor.
하지만 한 번만
So let me
설명하자.
explain this once. After some time passed, so if I'm not mistaken here, and I do as you've said, those total strangers will fight for me?
맞아요.
Correct.
당신이
So long as you
올바르게
give them the right
명령을
orders.
내린다면요.
Alright, so we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was. And... What was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me. Something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요.
Calm down.
그 머리로
It's only natural to happen with your current head.
지금은 눈앞에 놓인
You should
전투에
focus on the
집중할
struggle at
때인데.
hand, Dante.
시 뭐라고 불러야
Pardon.
할지.
I'm not sure how I should address you.
시계 지휘관님.
Would Commander Clock suffice?
아무튼
In any case, we await your orders.
뭘 명령까지야.
Do we really need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way.
저기요.
Hey! Quit running off your mouths. We just need to crush them all.
최선을 다해 주세요.
Please do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. Oh, great. And then on that one was where we did that fight earlier. Again, these are all things. Again, I wish that I could do it how it actually is in the game. You know, I just can't record anything on my phone, essentially. It's just the harder. I can't get an actual mic. Again, there's only so many things I can do. But again, I'll just read the rest of it. Hopefully, either by the end of this episode or the next one, I can actually play the game normally.
이해가 되지 않는군.
I don't get it.
이런 것들에게
This is
사자가
what lions
당했다.
struggled against?
잠깐만.
Whoa, hang on.
방금
I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but I'm pretty sure we can talk this out. Sin, let's go.
이건
This
이상적이지
is
않소.
this is unideal. I knew it was a ridiculous idea to put up a fight against them.
다들 장난해?
Are y'all kidding? I haven't even... What the hell's going on? You said you'll fight in my steed.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
Or my stead. Steed. We never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고
And it seems that I'm the only survivor. Okay, so you're waiting for this? You have some hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의
Not
수라기보단
necessarily a trump.
그쵸.
No. Rather,
별을
It's about
따라가는
following the star.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건
What is this? Some kind of suicidal performance? Not the funnest lines to end. What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly, only to die like flies. I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라.
Tell the serpent this, false lion.
이건 막을 수 없는
This flow
흐름이라고.
cannot be stopped. Oh, let's go! It's the red gaze! Oh, I love this. Red.
왜?
But why?
내가 왜 팔다리만
You know
잘라낸
why I
줄
only
아나?
dismembered these two?
그래야
Because
사지
at least
멀쩡한
one of
네가
you needs to
저들을
be able to
데리고
carry the rest out of here.
거동지둥 이곳을 벗어날 테니까 달아난 팔과
And you're
다리를
the only one left to offer them any help.
너밖에 없으니
붉은 시선.
The red gaze.
그렇게 노려보지 마.
Don't glare at me like that.
이놈들이 해놓은
This is
짓에
nothing
비하면
compared to what you did.
별것도 아니잖아. 그 정도 부상이면
With wounds like those,
위에서도
I'm sure your
충분히
boss
할
will
일을
recognize that you
했다고
did your
생각할
part.
거다.
Consider them a medal of honor,
명령이라고. 아니면
unless
여기서
you want this to
명줄을
be
놓고
the end of your
싶은가?
life. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already.
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다.
No one is too late,
단테.
Dante.
우리에게 필요한
There's
건
only
오직
one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간
A little
뿐이니까.
time to rewind. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart were being torn asunder, followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. You... In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive was the deceased's flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner.
앞으로도 끝내주게
You'll suffer
고통스러울
plenty
겁니다,
from now on, Dante. In the voice of the man with red eyes. Alright, so, and pretty sure y'all already figured it out, but Dante is the character we are playing as. We're the one in control of everything, you know. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay. So excited. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려.
They're being itchy twitchy. Did they get up?
드디어 정신을 차렸고
Awake at last.
버티지
I
못하고
would have
굴러갔으면
been a tad disappointed if you croaked on us.
상쾌한 아침.
Fresh morning.
나는야 버스 기사.
This is Karen, the bus driver.
아침은 아니지만 상쾌하긴
It's not
하겠어.
morning, but I guess it's refreshing.
기분이 어떻습니까?
How do you feel, Dante? Well, I
지각거리는군.
tick-tocking like a clock.
의사소통이 안 되는
Some language barrier this is.
저는
You may call me
베르기우스라고 합니다.
Vergilius. If you can understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of reaction, Dante.
이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
I gave him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아.
Good.
듣는 것엔 문제가
At least
없고.
your hearing is functional.
일단 출발하지.
Let's
카롤.
ride, Karen.
출발할게.
Now departing. Vroom vroom. There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus. I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는
Do you remember who
기억합니까?
you are? I shook my head to say no. I had been reminded that my head was now a clicking mechanism.
원래 기억을
I
되찾고
suppose you want your memory back. Am I
그렇지
right?
않나?
I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot.
아, 매끄럽군.
Smooth as it gets.
다들 이렇게
What's to
몸짓으로만
stop the rest of you
말하면
from
안 되는
adopting
건가?
this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지?
Any words of
파우스트
yours,
씨?
Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어.
Faust will kindly turn down the offer.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이
I doubt we have that much freedom over our own bodies most of the time. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air.
단테.
Dante. Dante. Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의
Dante is her
이름이에요.
name.
이름까지
The amnesia
잊으셨군요.
must be affecting you severely. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in time. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Fergie or whatever it is he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로
Faust
된
can hear
단어가
what you intend to
들린답니다.
speak. You really can? But how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은
Outdated ideas
머리를
must be
바꿔서
one of the side
생긴
effects that came with their head replacement.
성대나 혀 따위의
It's an
발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할수
Anachronistic to
있답니다.
think that vocal organs such as
시대착오적인
chords
이야기죠.
or tongue are necessary to participate in conversation. Anachronistic. Right. I never considered that.
당신의 말은
You can limit the recipient of your words to one person or choose to speak to everyone at once. Ah,
모두라는 말은
a little
수정해야겠군요.
clarification. When I say everyone,
수감자들에게만
I'm only
해당하는
referring to the
이야기.
sinners. Sinners.
당신의 뒤에
The
앉아
people who
있는
have taken seats behind you,
방금까지
and the
당신을
ones who fought in your
중심에서 싸운
steed
사람들을 말하는
until
겁니다.
moments ago.
그대가
Woohoo! So thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast. How I've yearned for this moment.
형씨,
Say, pal,
너네 돈 어디다가
where did you sell your old cranium off?
당신이었군요.
So it was you.
당신 덕에
Thanks for putting my
박살나
spine
있던
back
척추가
into one
말끔하게
piece.
돌아왔어요.
Were you a surgeon or something in the nest?
궁지에서 의사 일이라도 했나요?
다들 닥쳐라.
Everyone quiet.
잡음이
Nothing is
겹치는
more
것만큼
displeasing than to hear a
불평한
choir of
것도
noises.
없습니다. 자기 소개가
I
필요한
suppose you all owe them a
시점인
brief
거고.
introduction.
그럼
I'll give you
가벼운
time to make
인사를
yourselves
나눌
known,
시간을
starting with
주겠다.
the closest one.
앞에 앉은
Go on.
것부터
왜 이런 건 항상
Why is it always the ones in front that go first?
앞에 나서는 이제
Sick of
진절머리가
taking any sort of lead now.
당신이 우리를 이끌
I heard you were gonna be our boss, or
관리자라고
yeah,
하던데.
our manager. Manager.
그래.
Yep,
그래서 어떤
which is
인물인지
why I was
굉장히
real
궁금했는데
curious to
말이야.
meet you and
아, 역시 뭔가 말을
from the
만들면
right
어려워.
sense is tough work.
머리 돈 어디 팔아먹는지
Don't know what you did
모르겠지만
with your old head, but I guess
저마다
everyone
사정은
has their
법이니까.
story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다.
I'm Gregor.
자,
We're in this
간다고.
together, manager
관리자
bud.
양반.
Alright, and so this is the info for their characters. We'll be reading them in verbatim. The sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or sudden change to environment may cause parts or the whole of his body transform into insectile, notably akin to a carapace, resembling that of a cockroach, tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obliged to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with, and you get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. Greg, they aren't just your buddy or pal. You're talking to the person who will make us filthy rich.
그래?
Greg. Rich? What's that about? Let's see, what's better? Dante. Don't mind me if I call you by name. You can call me Rhodia. Alright, Rhodion. The unfortunate traits of being Backstreet's born are apparent in the sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting, so it is advised to pay close attention to her as a manager. She tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There's nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass. I think there's a well, good reason you became our manager. I'm sure. Used to be a big deal back in the nest, right? When your old habits start coming back, we'll be that much closer to rolling in the dough. She does have a social ability, I'll give her that. Oh gosh, look at me keeping on. Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Good day. Boring. That's it? Oh, I'm Sinclair. Alright, Sinclair. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, this sinner seems to be particularly startled or frowned when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as split innards at first. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with this sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself is unaware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요?
Is there anything else I need to say? I've never worked for a company before.
뭐 앞으로
Well,
남은
you'll learn the
건
ropes in the
많을
coming
테니까.
days.
그럼 거기
Okay then,
남자친구가
how about you
다음
next,
다시
nerdy
하자.
pal?
이상다오.
I am Yi Sang. Yi Sang, formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing, this sinner possesses high intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversation with the sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own. However, if the sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. That's it.
이상해요.
The smoke or mirrors. I waited him for it to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something. But he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요.
I can't believe you
사회생활의
people.
첫걸음은
Aren't
인사잖아요.
proper introductions the first step to being a member of society?
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Call me Ishmael, if you please. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but do not worry. This sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it'll be difficult task to regain her trust.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이
I heard you
돌아왔다고
glued our
들었어.
bodies back together from pieces.
앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네.
Sorry to disappoint, because I don't care too much for fitting in. Name's Heathcliff. He used to be a professional wrecker for property and the people like. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of a serious damage to this sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Once you realize that he's the type that tends to be a simple-minded, you'll have easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만
Not under anyone's orders, mind you. I'll only do it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도
So you'd
조심하고.
better watch it.
나는 윗사람이라고
I'm definitely
거들먹거리는
allergic to cocky
사람한테
gaffers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의
Tis
차례가
my turn to speak.
난 돈키호테일세.
I'm Don Quixote. I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce it. I am Hispanic, but even though I don't know how to pronounce it, so there's no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionada of all things fixer, she adorns herself with a variety of fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there is no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She's deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission.
그대와 함께
I am a fixer who shall sprint for the dream side by side. A pleasure to have thee. A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가?
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city.
도시에
Ah,
대해서도
perchance thou mayst struggle to remember the city. 'Tis...
나는
I
가벼운
believe I
인사를
said this
나누라고
for
했던
brief
것도
introductions.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면
Don't
좋겠어.
make me say it twice.
다음.
Next.
홍루라고 한답니다.
My name's Honglu.
잘해보자고요.
I hope we can get along well. a sinner who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life, but occasionally he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by certain other sinner or other aspects of the low-life, lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신.
Wow,
그
and
머리
look at you.
근사한데요?
Isn't that a fascinating head there?
모델인가 보죠?
A popular model these days, I suppose. No, this isn't that kind of...
제 취향은
It's not of my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
The hell's wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. But when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
It's Ryoshu. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as executive manager. But with some creeds, you will have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You have noticed that the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's head is an uncultured act and a step backwards for art. Caution, this sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you.
요르슈크.
Sure is nice to meet ya. At what point was I supposed to laugh?
메르소.
Mersal,
그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
please refer to me as such. Wants clear and concise commands, requires no judgment on his part. You're pretty polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다.
This isn't anything
그저
special.
보통의
I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched, Mershi.
네.
Yes. It felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting.
저는
I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand. Please.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽게
I would
하는
never make my manager grovel before me.
본인은
My name is Otis. I would like to apologize for my rudeness earlier.
사과드리고
Otis, the sinner can serve as an excellent advisor depending on capability. However, she has some meddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She is an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs on the bus. Notice, unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of this sinner is not permitted. Warning, keep an eye on this sinner and beware that she does not exercise her culling intellect for purposes other than completing her company's mission. Rudeness. Oh, please. Your generosity is a humbling sight.
역시
I knew at first
처음부터
glance that
저희를
you have
이끄실
what it takes to lead us.
한눈에 알아봤습니다.
Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은
While most
서로가
humans cause noise and
소음과
friction as a
마찰을
result of
이끌어내지만
confrontation,
그중 소수는
some are able
맞붙는
to reap
것으로 서로에게
mutual
이득이 되는
benefit from
경우가
coming
있다고
head to
합니다.
head.
검을 날카롭게
It
벼르기
could be
위해서
compared to the
그만큼
relationship
강한
between a
숫돌이
blade
필요한
and the whetstone.
누구보다
I vow to serve you with unrivaled devotion, Executive Manager.
편히 써주시기를.
My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
바깥 숲에서는 불쌍하게
I'm amazed at
만든다고
how you can
말하더니
sing such
잘도 그런 말을 성대
bold-faced
밖으로 꺼낼 수
high
있네.
praise, not too long after calling them a miserable, withering wretch. I think I see
제가
now.
마지막이네요.
It seems I am the last. Faust is the name. The sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, the bus operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there's no hope of her ever parting with it. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out.
당신의 인생 중 한 번
A
만날
genius with whom
뻔했다.
you're lucky to
천재죠.
cross paths, even once in your life.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요.
Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다.
Well, it's fine.
경험을 통해
You'll come to
차차
learn,
이해할 수 있을
all in
거예요.
due time. Learn what?
파우스트가
That
진부한
Faust is
천재였다는
indeed a
사실을
brilliant
말이에요.
mind.
관측자가 깨닫지
When a
못한다 하여
When a
사실이 진실이
proverbial
되는 일이
tree
없으니까요.
falls, the fact of its sound cannot become truth when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Okay,
소개는 여기까지.
that's enough greetings.
단테,
Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고
They're
묻고
asking if
있어요.
the job you're about to explain is that of a manager. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me unlike the sinners.
맞습니다.
That's
관리자
correct,
단테.
Executive Manager Dante.
당신은
You will
지금
embark
소개받은 이
on a
12
trip to the
수감자와
inferno
함께
with the 12 sinners who
지옥을
just
기행하게
introduced
될
themselves.
것입니다.
The inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는
They're asking why they need to travel to the inferno.
지옥의
How
끝에는
about this?
보물이
Treasure
기다리고
awaits at the end of the
있으니까.
road. Would
그렇게
that
말하면
suffice?
되겠습니까?
I don't... You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣지
They can't seem to
못하는군요.
get you at all.
이해를 요구한 건
I
아닙니다.
did not ask for your understanding, Dante.
의사를 물은 것도
Nor was
아니죠.
this a question of your willingness.
기억과 머리를
You'll have to listen to me if you want to reclaim
제
your
말을
memories in
들어야 할
original head.
겁니다.
I mean, I do want them back, but
미적거리네요.
they're hesitant.
파우스트
Miss
씨,
Faust, what
단테가
will you do if
계속해서
Dante keeps
거부하면
refusing to
우린
cooperate?
어떻게 되는 거지?
This was not a scenario we
거부할 거란
anticipated.
예상은 없었잖아.
무슨 말씀을?
Preposterous.
파우스트는
Faust
모든 것을
anticipates every
예상한답니다.
possibility.
단테,
Dante,
모든 임무를
once you've
마치고 나면
completed all your missions,
당신은
you'll
성위를
be
새길
able
수
to
있을
engrave
거예요.
the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition to make my choice.
보이죠? 고개를
See there?
끄덕이잖아요.
They're nodding.
좋아.
Good.
계속 가면
Then we can
되겠어.
continue.
그런데 카론,
By the way,
아까부터
Karen,
왜
why
출발을 안
isn't
하고
the bus
있지?
moving?
졸았나?
Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는
Bus driver only snoozes at rest stop, Ferg.
메피 앞에
Weirdos were hanging around in front of Mephi.
카론,
I
말했잖아.
told you, Karen.
버스에 무슨
If
일이
anything
생기면
happens with the
곧바로
bus, you've
알려야
got to let me know
한다니까.
right away. Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스. 이
Mephistopheles.
버스의 이름이죠.
The name of this bus
버스를
and the
구동하는
engine that
엔진의
runs it.
이름.
And Faust's magnum
파우스트의
opus
심혈을
cordis.
기울인 역작이죠.
지옥을
An
순환하기에는
ideal ferry boat to
걸맞는
bear us
나무가
across the
아닐 수
inferno.
없지. 그렇게 생각하지
Wouldn't you agree,
않습니까,
Dante?
단테?
I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에
Looks like they're another
기관하는
pack of dirty
익숙한
rats living in the
쥐새끼들이군.
back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다.
This is just the right
단테.
time, Dante.
지휘를
I should
연습하려니
make perfect targets for
더할 나위
practicing
없는
your command.
조건군요.
단테,
Dante?
처음
I skipped over
전투에서는
many
생략한
details during our
부분이
first battle.
많았어요. 제대로 설명할 시간이
We were short on time,
없었으니까요.
after all.
하지만 그런 식으로만
However,
전투가
we'll be
이루어지면
slaughtered frequently if no improvements are made to your strategy.
당신은
And
우리를
in turn,
살리기
you'll
위해
have to endure
의미 없는
senseless
고통을
pain
느껴야만
over and
하겠죠.
over again to revive us. Pain. Revive. You mean what happened earlier was... Yes,
당신이
we were brought back to life because you
우리를
turned
사랑하는
back the
거랍니다.
clock.
당장
I don't
필요한
believe that much is
설명은 아닌
necessary,
듯합니다.
Miss Faust.
자잘한 담소는
Save the chatter for
나중에.
later. Sinners.
너희들
Off the
저런
bus.
하차.
전투에 대한 설명을
Allow
이어가죠.
me to elaborate on combat. Alright, there we go. Holy, we're on only episode 3. Alright. I think we might be able to get to episode... Alright, I guess for now I'll end it there. Hopefully I can read these last 3. And then we should be able to actually start playing the game. Again, I'm sorry. Okay, again, I'm sorry that it was like this for the first episode. Again, I really wanted to play the game. However, it was an iOS. Again, I wasn't able to delete this account and start anew. Unfortunately, that's how it was. regardless, again, I hope you like this. Hopefully people like this a lot. Again, I really do want to make videos for this, and I do plan on making videos. I hope you all like it. I hope I can actually make decent content with this. Again, I am gonna mix around the team. I am gonna try out egos. I am gonna try to maybe down the road do you know, my reviews of the identities, the egos, you know, so on and so forth. And I just really hope y'all enjoy that. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys subscribe. Again, I see in my last 2 Library Runa videos, they've been doing amazingly well, and that is just surprising. I didn't think there are so many people that are going to view it. But yeah, here we are. So again, I hope y'all like this Limbus. Again, unfortunately, sorry that I wasn't able to show much of the combat. We should be getting to that soon, hopefully by next episode. So again, you know, like the video, subscribe if you want, share around people. Would love to get more people involved with this. But yeah, see you later.
They say life will bring discomfort, and I discovered we all just suffer, cause no one feels that bad. And it comes from one another, we hurt each other just like a